Hello, and welcome back to another merchandise review from White Album 2. Today we are checking out White Album 2's closing chapter, however this is the special edition. So, the special edition has a little bit more content, and I'll show you what later on, but first, let's check out the actual box that it's in. So you recognize the art. This art is used on everything. It is really beautiful though, so I could see why, especially for this, because it includes, of course, Kazusa and Setsuna, and the three side heroines as well. So that's pretty nice. We have White Album 2 closing chapter. This kanji here indicates that it is the special edition, so it's going to have some extra content. And then this was back in the days of Windows, XP, Vista, and 7. The box itself is pretty big, actually, and really heavy. And you'll see why in a bit. White Album 2's closing chapter. We have this the most beautiful 18 plus sticker you can imagine. Look at the sparkle. And this is 7,800 yen. So it does cost a pretty penny. Now, checking out the back, some of it's like a teeny bit not safe for work, but not super blatantly unless you really zoom in on it. So we have the synopsis-y stuff here. We have the girls here once again, and then just a bunch of random screen grabs from the game. This one's probably the most spoilery and the most inappropriate. But other than Kazusa, yeah, I mean, they're a little inappropriate, but you can expect that from a dating game. They want to show you the goods and convince you to buy it. For Japan only, unfortunately. And that's it. So that's the outside of the box itself. Pretty nice. Pretty good quality so far, as it should be, because 7,800 yen is not cheap. Now, opening up the box, you have two things. First is the closing chapter game, which we'll look at in a second. Secondly, we have... Ta-da! So this is what sets apart the special edition from the regular edition, and that is this book. So this book is The Idol Who Forgot How to Sing. So this is a pretty popular side story from White Album 2. These events don't actually happen in the game, but they are thought to have. So it's canon to a point. You won't see it in the game. However, it is written, if you check the kanji here, it's very light. Fumiaki Maruto-san, he is the scriptwriter for White Album 2. So it's not just some random fan fiction. This is actually an official book. So, opening it up here, it's a mini book, by the way, too. Japanese people love these. They bring them on the subway, bring them on the trains. They're very convenient to pack in your suitcase and what have you. But this is kind of what it looks like. So, it's just got, of course, the Japanese writing, and it's a story. And this, my quick synopsis of this, it's just basically what was going on with Setsuna between the events and a little bit into from introductory chapter into closing chapter. So obviously she became really reclusive. She didn't really talk to many people. She desperately wanted to get back with Haruki, but she was afraid to. And so this was kind of her and talking to Takaya and Io and just trying to overcome her fears and her trauma from what happened back then. So a really cool little book. I do recommend. If you haven't read it already, there are English translations of this available online, and it's a cute little novel. So that's that special edition bonus content. So we'll put that aside for now. Now on to the main game itself. So this is the White Album 2 closing chapter. Now, it pretty much looks exactly like the regular edition from here. You can see there's actually no kanji written down here, and that's because it is the same. It is the same as the regular edition. The only difference to this is going to be this book, but for the sake of making sure everything is done in this video, I will go ahead and show you the content in case you didn't see my regular edition video. So the game disc itself is really nice. It has the art of all the heroines on it, which I appreciate because I like them all. And the second game disc is not as exciting as the first one. I don't know. I just wish it had characters on it. I also have posters featuring this art, and yeah, it is really pretty scenery, but it's not as exciting as this one. So we'll put that aside for now as well. Now, we have the proof of purchase card. Proof of purchase card, very important to a lot of Japanese companies. Fill out your information, give them some opinions. It's a great way to collect information. Then we have another advertisement, and this is Uehara Rena. So she actually put out a CD. I'm not good with French. D'espoir, perhaps. But she put out a CD containing a lot of her songs. And of course, her being a big White Album person, White Album 2, some of those songs are on here as well. So that's pretty nice. If you check out the track listing here, you can see a couple of them you will recognize. Todokanai Koi, The Closing, a lot of them. So check out that CD. I have actually done a review of that CD specifically. Have the White Album 2 here. Of course, they were always selling White Album 2 content. The White Album 2 Drama CD, also very cool. They put out a couple of those. White Album 2 and 2 Heart. I always refer to them as sister games because they're made by the same company and they're kind of similar in style. Not in the games themselves, but in art style. Also, you could get the Aqua Plus members card. Now this one, interestingly enough, this is a little bit different than the other one. The regular edition actually features Setsuna's member card, and this one features Kazusa's members card. So that's a cute little difference. They also offer a bunch of different merchandise from White Album 2, 2 Hearts 2, Utawareru Mono, Tears to Tiara, a lot of stuff on the Aqua Plus store. Which is still active, by the way. You can still go onto the Aqua Plus store and they still have all of those games merchandise. Not everything, of course. They do retire merch frequently to keep things rare, but... And then the instruction booklet itself. And this one is the same. Kazusa and Setsuna, you see some scenes from them. We have the side heroines here. It tells you how to actually play the game, how to skip, how to save. And that's pretty much it. We know how to play the game. Of course you know how to play the game. You're a White Album 2 fan. So that brings us to the end of this merchandise review. Thanks so much for being here with me for this. And until the next time, I hope you take care. See you.